Right, you're live, mate.
Hey everyone, how you doing? Thank you if you're watching us now live, then cheers for tuning in. This is our very first live stream on YouTube.
Alright, guys.
So quite a exciting and quite a nerve-wracking thing to do actually. But yeah, for all you guys here now, thank you ever so much. And if you catch us at a later date as well, cheers for watching. So obviously with Christmas that's
Hey, Chloe.
just been round the corner. Hey Chloe, you alright? We hope you all had a great Christmas. And New Year's just around the corner as well, so hopefully you guys have got something nice planned for Christmas, New Year's even.
Yeah, better than me. I've got man flu, so I'm going to be in bed with tissues, lem sip.
Yeah, Nathan very well at the moment, but dragged him out and he's made it, so it's all good. So yeah, let us know what your plans are for New Year's. I'm going out, I think, for a few drinks. What about yourself? Are you up to much?
What are you laughing at, Chloe? Man flu. It's a real thing, seriously. I'm dying.
It is a real thing, to be fair.
I'll tell you what, I'll be communicating through the spirit box in a bit, I promise you. I'm absolutely dying here. Bugger off, Cad. Right, so how do you want to kick the night off, mate? Do you want
Well,
explain where we are, why we're here?
I was going to say, before we do that, we've just finished Series 2. It's been a very good series, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's been good, mate.
We've just done the most haunted house in the UK as well, which is 30 East Drive. And we had some cracking evidence on there as well, actually. So, guys, if you haven't already seen that, go to our channel, check it out. I'm sure you'll like it. I'm sure you'll like what you see.
It's worth watching just because Brian does crap himself.
Yeah, I might have just a little bit anyway, just a tiny bit. But yeah, so we thought, obviously, we've done Series 2. We're on planning now, basically, for Series 3. We've got a few locations in mind, but I thought just before we get to that stage, we'll do a couple of mini investigations just to lead us into that.
Hey, Anne.
And hey, you alright? And basically, we'll just do these mini investigations, a few live streams on local areas, local places, just to keep it interesting and keep you guys entertained.
We've been talking, haven't we? I mean, there's some really dark stories and dark history to where we actually are located. So we thought, why not pop out maybe once a week or so, give you guys a little insight into it.
Yeah. See what you guys make of it, and obviously if you enjoy the video, let us know if you want us to do more live videos at the end, and we'll keep taking them. We'll keep going, won't we?
Yeah.
Going to different places.
We can't take Cloud, top secret.
Top secret for now.
Yeah.
Although we are in Worcestershire.
Secretly, we're in the pub. This was filmed earlier.
Yeah.
I wish.
That's too right. So we're in a location in Worcestershire tonight.
Yep.
Why are we here?
Well, it's a location called Blackstone Rock, and there's some good history here, isn't there, mate? And some tragic stories. There's been many deaths here, including a love triangle, which I particularly liked. Back in the 15th, 16th century, there was a man and a woman looking to get married in the local town, and basically a lover of the woman murdered her out of anger and temper, and her husband-to-be turned into a hermit, didn't he? And he come and lived up in these caves at Blackstone Rock. Years went by and nobody got done for the murder, and nobody got found, and guilt played a part, and the murderer come to see the man who had turned into a hermit, and he got brutally murdered up here and thrown off the rocks. There's also stories of a soldier during World War II. It's actually an American. He was based close to here, who some say he got thrown off the rocks, some say he was drunk and fell, but basically he met an untimely end here.
Dived into the river, didn't he?
And his spirit is supposed to be seen actually walking up and down this path between the rocks. So it would have been right up the rocks he would have fell from. There's another location we're going to around here, which I'll show you now if we can. You've got to be the hermit killed the murderer. There's another location down we're going to, which is a bit more recent, to be honest. The caves are on a bend in the river, and the caves actually go underneath the River Severn. Now, to be honest, personal experience we've had, we've both lost friends in the river who have died here as well. But whenever there's deaths in the River Severn, this is the first place that's searched, because on the bend in the river is actually there's an underwater cave, and it's where all the bodies get dragged to. So we're going to be doing a spirit box session later on, down here as close as we can get to the caves and the river without ending up in there ourselves, because that really wouldn't do my cold any good. But on the plus point, if Brian falls in, we should get it on camera. But actually down here, if you guys can see that, under these caves is where hundreds of bodies have been pulled out over the years. Right, so if we make our way back up.
Very nasty demise.
I'll tell you what, climbing these stairs with man flu ain't fun.
No. That's awesome, quite steep.
It is indeed. Oh. Right, so head back up here. I don't know if you can see the rocks that well.
Very tall, aren't they?
Yeah, I think the trees actually cover it a bit, to be honest, which is a shame.
It's very high up there though.
Because, yeah, extremely high up. We're actually on the upper level, so you can imagine how high it is up there.
So for that American soldier, that's where he would have jumped from.
Yep.
Right at the top.
Right.
And that's his end.
Do you want to pull the spirit box?
Yeah, I thought we'll do a spirit box here anyway. And
Do you want to set the REM pod up as well while we're here?
yeah, that's a great chance actually. So we've brought the REM pod with us as well. We thought we could just leave that running. Never know, might go off. So, REM pod, where should we put it, do you reckon?
I'd like it in the path down there.
Middle of the path?
Well, this is where the American soldier is seen walking through.
Try and communicate, try and call out to him.
So,
see if that gets any responses tonight.
Yep, I'll keep that just in shot if I can.
Hopefully you'll be able to hear it if it goes off.
Oh yeah, it should be.
So
Gina Island, Marshall. Shared to Haunted World, 145,000 members. Oh, thank you, Gina.
Wow,
thank you very much.
That's awesome.
First YouTube live feed, so no pressure, Bri.
Yeah, so again,
me with man flu, and you've been up since 3 in the morning. It should go well.
Yeah, nothing's wrong with it.
Nothing could go wrong.
No. So again, guys, thanks ever so much for tuning in, and obviously smash that like button if you enjoy it. Oh. Right, so we're going to try the spirit box then.
Cheers, guys, for sharing. What's everybody up to tonight? Can everybody hear that okay?
So is that volume okay, or does it need to go up?
Yeah, people can hear okay by the sound of it.
Is that alright?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay, so we'd like to call out and ask if there's any spirits here with us. Would you please be able to communicate through the box in my hand?
It's said that a spirit of an American soldier walks through here. Can you tell us why you're here? Does anybody here communicate with us? We don't mean no harm. We come with respect. We just want to get to the bottom of what happened here.
The man who was murdered in a love triangle. Is your spirit still here?
I thought it was a screech then.
A screech?
Yeah, down there.
Down where?
Just down the path down here.
What, towards the REM pod, or oh, that way?
Yeah, down there. But
Did anyone else hear that on the live feed, or?
it's right down my left ear. But,
Oh, down your ear?
yeah. Just for everybody who's watching, we are absolutely out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, there's a slim chance you might get a dog walker up here, but Other than
I'll
that,
give us a fright, wouldn't
yeah, probably gives them a fright, mate.
it? Yeah.
So, is there anybody here who wishes to communicate with us? Is that?
That was something then.
Talk to us. Tell us why you're here.
If anyone's here, can you tell us how you died, please?
Hi, David. Yes, this is live, mate. We've just started.
Who's that?
David Williams.
Hey, Dave. Can you tell us your name?
This spot was also famous for smugglers crossing the river at the ford. Many people were caught here and hung. Do any of your spirits remain? What's that?
Oh,
Sounded like a woman.
I thought I heard mine. You asked if any spirits still remain. I think it said mine.
Does any spirits still remain here? People have been known to see you walking.
Like you say,
Tell us why you wander here. Why do you remain here?
sounded female, like you say. You a female spirit?
Closer, the woman said hello. That's what I heard.
Hello.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Hello, can you tell us your name, please? My name's Brian.
I believe the story goes the woman was murdered here. That's why the man moved up here and become a
To love
hermit. Yeah,
Yeah.
To stay where his wife to be was murdered. So perhaps her spirit remains here too.
Were you the lady that was killed here?
Oh my God, we've got a face.
What? Oh,
Sorry. Waiting all night to get that one in.
oh brilliant. I wondered why you picked this location. Did a good research there. Can you tell us how you died, please?
I think it's probably a connection issue, Chloe.
What's going on?
Should the spirit box was going faster than slower. I think it's probably just because it's on a live feed.
Right.
I believe the woman that was killed was called Sarah Ann, or so rumour has it. I can't confirm it, but that's what rumour has it.
Isn't it?
But the male's names I don't know.
Sarah, is that you?
Very vague history, to be honest.
Can you just give me a yes?
A lot of local rumour.
Can you just confirm it's you by saying yes, please? Like I say, my name's Brian, this is Nate. We don't mean any harm at all.
I say go then.
Didn't catch it.
Does anybody here tell us your name? Can you see your breath? No, it's not really cold, to be honest. Oh, actually, I saw a little bit of Brian's. Take it back.
It's getting cold. It's not.
We're at a place called Blackstone Rock, Dave. It's
local history, isn't it? It's
yeah.
Oh,
What was that? That sounded like a mouth.
very deep.
Yeah, I thought I saw that. Looking through the camera as well, Chloe.
What's,
A bit of mist, but I think it could be a breath.
I think it is breath.
Yeah, I think the camera picks it up, but my eyesight doesn't.
Mine at the moment doesn't either. I can't see much.
Do you want to off and try some EVPs for a minute?
I think we will do because we're not getting much on that actually, are we?
No, it seems
We've had a
quite-
couple of like strange sounding voices, but nothing concrete, I don't think.
No. So we're travelling quite light tonight. It's just a short, quick investigation. Yeah, like I say, our first YouTube investigation, so it's all good fun.
Hopefully it's going okay.
Hey, Hull, lovely place.
It's not bad actually, is it?
No.
It's alright.
Right, want to know the American soldier's name? There's so many stories about him here.
Good question. Do you want to try and contact the American soldier, or
Ju-
we had
ju-
a
just-
lady's voice, didn't we?
Just go for it, but I want to know his name.
Yeah.
so many people have seen him walking up this path. Like I say, dog walkers that come have seen him walking up this path.
Oh, it's gave him a fright, doesn't it? Okay, right.
You can see we've got the REM pod set up down there. Hopefully we'll, never know, might get something on that later on.
I'd like to ask if there's any spirits with us now, please. We've just done a spirit box session and heard a female's voice, and we're also aware of a male spirit that walks amongst these rocks. Are either of you here with us, please? Could you speak into the device in my hand, please, if you are? Loud and clear.
Can hear anything? Try and find it back, mate. Quite nice and close to the speaker.
I'd like to ask if there's any spirits with us now, please. We've just done a spirit box session and heard a female's voice, and we're also aware of a male spirit that walks amongst these rocks.
Cheers, Dave.
Are either of you here with us, please? Could you speak into the device in my hand, please, if you are? Loud and clear.
For those of you who have just tuned in, where we are, Blackstone Rocks, it's actually the other side of these rocks you can see here is a bend in the river, and there's caves under and above the water. It's actually under these caves where hundreds of bodies over the years have been dragged out of the water. Like I say, anybody who tends to die in the River Severn, it's the first place they look, because the bends and the caves that the bodies just get sucked in.
It's very unfortunate, to be honest. The cave's right underneath our feet, essentially, isn't it?
Yeah, so
yeah.
I mean, we've lost friends in the river ourselves, haven't we?
Friends and family, yes.
But yeah, it's an interesting one. Cheers, Chloe.
This area is where bodies of the unfortunate are collected by the River Severn, and they're sadly taken from us. Are there any wandering spirits still that remain in this area?
Oh, Paranormal Path.
Bit of noise in from their vehicle, I think.
That's the problem, it echoes over the alleys and stuff.
Bodies of the unfortunate are collected by the River Severn, and they're sadly taken from us.
Sorry to hear that, Dave.
Wandering spirits still that remain in this area.
We can sympathise with you.
Sure can.
Oh, Gina Island Marshall, in 1954, a 10-year-old boy named John died falling.
What's that?
10-year-old boy also died. Is that here, is it, Gina? That's one we haven't heard, to be honest.
Yeah,
that is one we haven't heard.
That one's new to us, that one.
Yeah, I know, Chloe. Professional as ever, ain't I? Talking in the middle of an EVP.
He always does it, to be fair.
I know.
Honestly, the amount of editing we have to do to cut your voice out.
It is heartbreaking. It is a heartbreaking place.
To be honest, just River Severn itself being so dangerous, it's named the most dangerous river in the UK, or one of, isn't it? So
yeah.
It took so many people.
The soldier's body was, well, rumour has it the soldier's body was actually pulled out from underneath these rocks as well. So that's interesting. He was obviously sucked under in the water. Speculation lies if I think the rumour has it he was dead, and he didn't drown. He was found in the water. So
I think he surfaced up a couple of days later, I think, didn't he?
Yeah, there's conspiracy that he was murdered. Some say he was drunk and hit his head on the way down. Yeah, Worcestershire, that's it, Gina. Oh, that's awful, Dave. I'm really sorry to hear that, mate. That's awful. It's Dave lost his mum and he wasn't told about it or anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bless him.
Sorry to hear that, Dave. That's awful, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm sure, like you say, you can sympathise with that, especially, can't you, mate?
Yeah, I can, yeah.
So
Not a nice thing to go through.
do you want to set the K2 rest it.
I'm thinking, because we've got the REM pod sat down now, and again, we've had nothing on that actually so far, but I was thinking if we have the K2 up here as well,
Yeah.
then it can come either side really, so maybe
Yeah.
keep this in my hand and call out again maybe.
If anybody's interested, because this place is so local, we're actually thinking, if we can hide it well enough, of setting up a locked off camera and leaving it here overnight one of the nights. Obviously all night vision, and we're hoping to stream that live, so if the soldier does appear, or anything does happen,
you can tune in and watch it.
You can tune in, watch it, and you know, might take us a week or so to try and sort that out, but we'll try and get that sorted.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's been so many sightings. We're desperate to see if we can capture something here. So
it would be brilliant, really, wouldn't it, to get that?
Yeah. Right, should we move further on down the other side? The
we can say go in this direction if you want, because we.
That's going down. I'll go up this way.
This way?
Because this is where the bodies.
Should we go down towards the.
We'll head on down to a spirit box.
Is there anything the audience wants us to do?
Yeah, is there anything you guys want to see us do, or like I said, we're pretty light on our feet.
Anything you want us to ask? We'll find out. It's on the REM pod.
Yeah. If you hear the REM pod going off, it's just me.
Yeah. Stepping on it.
No, I avoided it. Paranormal pass. Said they'd watch it.
Awesome.
Irish jig. Right, that one's for Brian. Like I said, I've got man flu. Come on, Brian, do an Irish jig.
Oh, I'm giving that up.
That's what people want. Dave wants us to go down to the river.
Down to the river.
I think he just wants to see you fall in, to be honest, but I agree with him there, so.
Turn it into you've been drowned and get 250 quid, isn't it?
Well, exactly, yeah. Chloe wants us to ask for the lady that spoke.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, that was one of the clearest responses to Spirit Box we had.
Yeah, I'm just going to take this off a stand.
Yeah, you alright to manage?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah? You head yourself down, mate.
I'm sure I will.
Don't worry.
Probably head first.
Yeah, Dave thinks it'd be funny as well.
Cheers, Dave.
Molly wants to see you dancing.
Molly?
Yeah.
She would.
She would. Oh, I'll tell you what, I can't see anything walking down here with this light in my face. If the feed goes in a minute, I fell in.
Well, at least there's a ladder, so that's reassuring.
Yeah, as you can see, we are pretty close.
We're literally right next to it.
There's actually a ladder going into the water.
Yeah. We're in a fishing area, I think, but it's a bit of a steep one, isn't it? So.
Yeah, but it's actually under there. I can angle the light up a little bit. It's actually under there where the caves are.
How good you're
under the water, and that's where. Well, this is where the bodies all get fished out. It's a crying shame, really.
Absolutely.
You can't actually see the bend in the river. This is actually a bend in the river here.
We're right next to it, aren't we?
So the current sort of flows into the caves, and yeah. I don't think the spirits would lift him. I think they'd leave him there if he fell in.
They probably would, to be fair.
I'd leave you there.
They'll probably all join in.
Right, watch yourself then, mate. Because
oh yeah, I'm holding on to dear life with the spirit box and the K2 in my hand.
Well, I got a cold, and I don't really want to jump in after you.
No, I'm sure you don't, to be fair.
No good time to mention that you can't swim.
Probably not, no.
Oh, Dave's offering to be a mod for us. We could do that.
Yeah.
We need someone to ban that Chloe. She's a pain.
Yeah, she's...
And Molly.
And Molly. Oh, video. Right, okay.
Dark water is terrifying. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
We're surprised, actually. We've been up here in the daytime many times. It's first time in the dark, and it's a lot eerier than we thought.
I'll be honest, I didn't expect it to be.
No.
Even considering the stories, I didn't actually think it would be that, it wouldn't really be that creepy, but it has got a bit of an atmosphere that...
Yeah, it is...
I wouldn't say it's the worst we've done, but it has got an atmosphere.
Yeah.
And,
like I said, we're looking to do a lot more live feeds. We want to check out Bella the Witch Elm.
That would be a good one to do.
It's another place we'd love to set up a locked off camera and leave it, but it might be a bit more difficult.
I think we need to look into it a bit more because we're not sure if we can actually get access, but if we can, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Really good one because that's a national mystery. So that would be brilliant, that would. So I'm going to set off a K2 as well. Wondering...
I don't know if I bother with a K2, I'll just get the spirit box on the
I
go.
if I can risk balancing it on there, but it's probably not a good idea.
Mate,
I ain't going
honestly,
after it,
don't throw the K2 meter in the water.
No. Especially if it's a fake, you wouldn't want that, would you? Right.
TJ Smith, I know how to put your links in the chat if you need to. Yeah, go for it, mate, if you can. Appreciate anything. So there's only the pair of us, so it can be quite difficult to sort all that.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I'm going to get the K2 anyway. need to check if you guys can hear that again.
Can everybody hear?
Just heard a woman's voice. You hear and see okay?
Yeah, I think so.
We're getting a lot more vocal reactions here.
It's like devil then.
Devil.
It's like devil unless I'm thinking the worst. How many people have died in this area? That's good. Claire wants to see if they can say our names. That seems to happen to you quite a lot. I think the
especially my name.
that's interfering with the K2, mate. So I've knocked a K2 off.
Is it?
Yeah.
Ah, bugger. Too close.
Yeah. I'd knock it off.
Debunked.
Yep.
Right. So Claire wants to see what if you can get our names. Oh. Try and grab that. Okay. We communicated earlier with, or what seemed to be, a female spirit coming through this spirit box. If you're still here, can you say our names for us?
If there's anybody here, can you communicate with us in any way?
Can you give us a message, please? What was that?
I don't know. It's a woman's voice again.
Very, very quick answer, whatever it was.
I find it interesting. We're picking up very, well, no radio interference really here.
No.
Tell us our names if you're here with us. We've been told that there was a child that also fell here and died. If you're here, we don't mean any harm. We just want to communicate with you. Tell us how you died. How many people have met their end in this water?
Do any of you still remain with us now? Can you clear on this box, please? There's an answer then.
Yeah, that was a male voice.
It sounded like a number answer as well, but...
TJ Smith's heard giggling and laughing. Is that you laughing? Is that the 10-year-old boy? Can you tell us your name? Yeah, the mist would have been our breath, Anne, we think.
Yeah, it's starting to get a bit colder now, so it wasn't too bad when we started, was it?
Hey, Randy's Paranormal.
Hey.
Anne can hear a child's voice.
Child's voice.
Hey, Paranormal Yorkshire. Yeah, it's a really good location. Right. Like I said, we've heard the voice of a child, or people said they've heard the voice of a child.
We think it was a child that ended up in...
What did I say then? It sounded like Charlie, but it sounded like a male's voice.
Did anyone catch that?
I swore that said Charlie.
Was that Charlie?
Is there a child here with us now? I said yeah. The spirit box just said yeah in a kid's voice. Really interesting. We're getting absolutely no radio interference whatsoever here.
How old were you when you died?
Paranormal Path heard Robert.
Robert.
And Anne did. Is there a spirit of somebody called Robert here?
Robert.
You heard Robert again then?
I heard Robert then.
I heard Robert, but it sounded like a female voice, unless it was a child's voice. Robert, are you the boy that died here? TJ Smith said says I want to play with you. Michelle heard Robert. A lot of people are hearing Robert. Robert, were you playing when you died? Do you know what happened to you? Answered the same, a young boy can sound like a female.
Yeah. Robert, do you remember how old you were when you died?
Not sure exactly how close we are to the path here.
Extremely close to the cave and the river.
Once again, for people who are just tuning in, we're at a place called Blackstone Rock. We're actually on the bend of a river when there's been murders here and all sorts happened. But it's
a very tragic scene, to be fair.
It's a tragic scene, but it's where bodies always seem to get fished out of the water, hundreds over the years.
You can zoom in, you can see how quick that current's going.
Yeah, it's on the bend and there's actually caves underneath here.
Underneath
so when people die in the river, this is where sadly they're always fished out. Yeah, I'm surprised Brian's so close to the water as well, Mom.
And me. Robert, what year did you die?
TJ Smith said he's seen a child behind you. Can you elaborate on that? Tell us whereabouts.
Did anyone else see that? What did that say?
I don't know. I can't hear it. Speak up for us.
I've heard something behind me.
Molly heard 7. Chloe heard get off. Unless she's
Just...
telling us to get off, I'm not sure.
No, there's something behind me then, though.
Anne can sense a child. Michelle's doing some screenshots.
What's something behind me? I've heard like a rustling behind me.
Right at the ladder. That's interesting.
That's where I heard the noise.
Yeah.
But I've only just heard that.
See, some people say this is as well used as a fishing spot, but I don't see how it can be because there's nowhere really they could.
I know they use it along this area.
Along the area, but the ladder's like straight into the water. So yeah. Right, we don't mean you no harm. Tell us who you are. If you're a young boy, you're not in trouble. We just want to know what happened to you.
Want to be your friends?
TJ Smith says, walk closer to the ladder. They're scared to come where Brian's at. Hopefully he's onto something.
To be honest,
and he doesn't just want you to fall in the water.
I'm not sure I can get closer, to be honest.
Yeah, this is extremely slippy, and that's like a...
That is just like a...
That is a sheer drop.
Yeah, that is falling. So... I don't know how safe that floor is. It's extremely muddy as it is.
We haven't really brought many trigger objects with us, Chloe. We're literally light on our feet.
The only trigger object we got is the REM pod.
Yeah, we've got the REM pod, the K2.
I'm hoping by the time we've gone back, it's probably going off. So that'd be good.
I think we'd hear it, hopefully.
I don't know, it's a fair way away. We've walked quite a distance. So if there's anyone here with us, we've got a device at the top of the bridge.
Bridge?
Well,
path.
What do you call it? The path. It's above a cave, whatever you call it. And it's got a light on it. It's called a REM pod. If you want to go up to that, please go up to it. Please touch the device, and it will make some nice, cool sounds.
Chloe wants you to put your hand out safely towards the ladder and ask if anybody needs help.
Okay. Very safely, I might add, yeah.
Yeah. Like I say, you can't really see it from this angle. That ladder actually goes straight into the water. There's no ground below there, it's just water.
No chance. Does anyone need any help?
He's stuck in the water. Thought I saw a shadow walk in front then. Right,
I hear a lot of noises, but
let's make our way back up and see if the see what's happening with the REM pod. Yeah, slightly slippy to say the least.
That's what I mean. It's like a death drop down.
If I turn around and you're in that water, I'm going, mate. I'm not fishing you out tonight.
We always come along the river, don't we, in good weather?
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time we went to Dow's. a bit on the slippy side.
Yeah, it was a bit.
Or icy. Or we always pick the weather well, don't we?
We certainly do. See if the REM pod's actually still here.
Well, that would be hopefully.
That'd be a trick and a half.
Yeah, it's still there.
I haven't heard it go off.
I haven't heard it go off. We have had the spirit box going.
Can you,
so we might not have drowned the sound out.
Want to ask Spirit if it'll come to the REM pod?
Yeah.
See if the child will come.
Do you want a tripod anymore, or are you okay?
No, right.
Awesome. Alright, so. Get K2 on the side. Right. Robert, you can make your way up here with us.
Hi Michelle, yeah, just send them to our Facebook page and we'll share them on the page, or share them yourself.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Robert, if you're still here, if you can make your way up here to us.
Come a bit closer, mate.
Say again?
Come a little bit closer, buddy.
Come closer, yeah. Oh, I can close. Can you see me now?
Yep.
Yeah? So Robert, if you're here, oh, K2 is going off. Can you see that or not?
Set the K2 down beside you, by the side.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
So I've got the, I had 2 out of 5 lights come on then, on the K2. Robert, if you can make your way towards us, we've got 2 lights on the floor. If you come up to one of them, it'll make a sound. If you come up to the other, it'll light up in pretty colours. If you walk towards either of the lights on the floor, that'd be great. If you want to play, these are some great toys to play with. We have a lot of fun with them anyway, don't we?
Yeah, we certainly do.
Keep us busy.
We both sort of have the mental age of a child, don't we?
Pretty much, yeah. Molly knows all about that as well.
Yeah. Cheers, Michelle. We appreciate that. Said she got some good screenshots for us.
Thanks, Michelle.
Oh, so it's only well, it's only supposed to be a short one tonight. Ah.
I guess that means we've done well.
Gina, another 10-year-old boy called Lewis fell from the rock in 1856.
Good research.
Very good research.
Well done, Gina.
Yeah. Like I say, so many people have passed here. It's...
I think, to be honest, with the amount, because obviously with the river as well, it's just, I don't want to say a hot spot, but it's a very common location to, unfortunately, find death.
Yeah, I was going to move us back a bit so I can actually get your head in shot.
Yeah,
yeah.
Appreciate that, to be fair.
Just in case people want to see your mug.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't. There you go.
If there's any child spirits here, can you make your way over to Brian?
You come towards me, set off the lights on the floor.
We don't mean you no harm. And play with the pretty lights. Hi Melanie. Yeah, there was a soldier during World War II, an American, who died up here during suspicious circumstances. And he's actually been seen walking along the path where we actually are at the moment many times over the years. There's been lots of tragic stories here as well. But that's the main spirit that's actually witnessed and been seen here by people.
And if you are here as well, come make your presence known. Give us a message. Walk towards the lights as well.
Yep. All you have to do is touch the device on the floor.
Whisper something as well into the camera.
Brian will show you how to touch the device.
Yeah.
Just copy what he does.
Just come right close to it.
It won't hurt you.
You have to get very close, and it'll start setting off like that.
See how many lights you can set off for us.
Go even closer.
See what colours you can see.
Can you do that for us? Can you copy that?
TJ Smith said he just came into the picture over towards the side of the hill. He came up and touched.
Side behind me? That side or that side?
Touched Brendan. Brian, but yeah. Did you feel anything, mate? When he touched you on the side?
I didn't feel anything then, if I'm honest. What did he say again?
Apparently, I think he said a child come and touched you on the side.
A child?
Come close to us. We don't mean you any harm. We come in respect. We come peacefully.
We want to make friends with you.
Come play with the light box on the floor.
There's 2 of them. Sport for choice. Take your pick.
You're not in any trouble. We just want to know you. Say hello to you. Who said there's a flash behind you?
Is there?
Unless it was...
Oh, just it's funny. Just now, just a minute ago.
She says, is there cars or anything? There's cars... Well, you wouldn't see them, but the car's like behind the camera, the other side.
I was going to say...
About...
They are
a mile away. There's like a bridge about a mile away in... Wait for it. That direction. You can probably see the lights on the bridge. But I don't think they're...
That side, maybe just like trees and stuff.
It's just trees and forests.
Yeah.
And to be honest, the rocks go on a little bit. She said it's an orangey light flash.
An orange light?
Yeah.
Like a quick flash, or?
Yeah, Anne wants us to put the K2 just across from you. Whereabouts, Anne?
Where would you like it?
Tell us where you'd like it and we'll move it. Oh, it's all gone quiet.
All gone quiet.
Do you want to try a couple of last EVPs
Can do.
before we head off for the night?
Yeah, we can do.
Have you got a device?
Oh, somewhere.
Oh, I don't know. He always puts things down and leaves it.
I have it right here.
To the right. Towards, if I show my torchlight, towards there.
Right in front of the camera.
Yeah, I think so. Just drop it down. Oh, just drop it down there.
Here?
Yeah. Right.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Right. Let's do a couple of last EVPs.
Yeah.
And then I think we'll knock it on the head for one night. Like I said, guys, we're hoping to locked off camera here one night and see what's picked up, and maybe do a few locked off camera feeds in a few different locations.
Just say, guys, comment your ideas. I mean, if that's something you want to see, let us know.
We're looking to go to a place known as Bella the Witch Elm, which is famous
Hagley
for...
Wood, isn't it?
It's Hagley Wood. It's famous for a murder that's never been solved.
Yeah, unsolved murder. It was it in World War II? Was it a Nazi?
It was 1941 she was killed, and the body was found in 1943, wedged in a tree, obviously the elm. But the murder was never solved, and some really good history to that, but we'll leave that for another day.
Yeah.
Right, do you want a couple of EVPs? Because
Yeah.
unfortunately we are actually losing torchlight here, believe it or not.
Righto,
I think
okay.
the rig's playing up a little bit.
Right, so we seem to have come into contact with a boy, Robert. So Robert, if you're here, we only want to communicate with you. We just want to make friends. Can you give us a message, please?
Unfortunately, we just got a torchlight now.
Are you coughing again?
So we seem to have come into contact with a boy, Robert. So Robert, if you're here, we only want to communicate with you. We just want to make friends. Can you give us a message, please?
Nothing.
Try last one. Let's see if there's anybody else who wants to say. Well, anybody who wants to say goodbye. That's a favourite. We've had some really good EVPs doing that in the past.
We
so.
have had a very good EVP in that. That was in
We often
Dallas.
find Spirit don't want to speak to us until we're about to leave. So
That was Graveyard. That was where we had a goodbye at the end, and that's somewhere we're going to go back to in the next episode, isn't it? The bonus episode. So we're looking forward to that.
Chloe said we wound it back, the light, and said it follows a past us. Thinks it could be a car. I'll tell you what, we'll
Oh, in the far distance.
yeah, we'll have a walk down there in the daytime and check.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, absolutely.
Because obviously light travel's different in the dark, so
Yep.
it could potentially be, but I obviously can't see it now.
So we've heard a few voices tonight, and we want to know if there's anyone here. If you'd like to say goodbye, we're going to be leaving in a minute. So if you have any messages for us, if you'd like us to leave, obviously we don't mean any disrespect. We only want to get to know you and say hello. But if you do have any messages or you'd like to say goodbye, please speak now.
So we've heard a few voices tonight, and we want to know if there's anyone here. If you'd like to say goodbye, we're going to be leaving in a minute. So if you have any messages for us, if you'd like us to leave, obviously we don't mean any disrespect. We only want to get to know you and say hello. But if you do have any messages or you'd like to say goodbye, please speak now.
I'd say it's been quite quiet for
It has been quite a quiet night.
in terms of EVPs, it's been quiet, but I'd say we've had the most sort of activity down by that river then.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think if we set up a locked off camera potentially down that way.
Yeah.
Right, guys, we're going to head off now. Thanks for everybody who's watched and joined in.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed it.
Like I said, anyway, you want to see us go again or what have you, we'll be doing this a lot more regularly.
Yeah.
Anybody want to shout out before we go or anything?
Let's have a look.
TJ Smith. For some reason it's coming up to Brian. For some reason it doesn't like you. I'm scaring it.
See you, Mal. Thanks for tuning in. See you, Chloe.
It's okay, I must scare kids. That's my own. Cheers, Melanie, appreciate that.
Cheers, Mal.
Like I say, if there's anything you want to see in the future, let us know.
Yeah, be sure to leave us a like and a comment.
Yeah, subscribe and go over to our Facebook page because we've always got giveaways and different things going on.
We're going to be giving away a camera actually soon, aren't we? That's
yeah,
we
one
haven't
of our
announced it officially yet, but
one of our night vision cameras we're going to be giving away.
something to look for.
So keep an eye out for that. And also we're still planning locations for Series 3. We've got a few sorted, but there's a couple of slots left. So if there's anywhere you want to suggest or would love to see us go that we haven't been before, let us know.
Definitely get in touch and we'll try and do our best to make it happen if we can.
Yeah.
So
Right, guys, thanks
for watching. Thanks so much.
and keep seeking the truth.
Good night.